What is happening? Is it just me, or do they keep upping the ante with their music videos? Hello, my lovely, beautiful friends. It's LC. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am so excited today because us stays have been blessed with the privilege of yet another comeback from Stray Kids. Seriously, I feel like Stray Kids is one of the most prolific artists in K-pop, where today I'm going to be bringing you part 1 of my reaction to the entire 5-star album. Now, why am I only bringing you part 1 today? Well, first of all, JYP has a thing with YouTube where, unfortunately, if I do an album reaction and upload more than 4 songs in one video, the video will get blocked. Also, I don't have a lot of time to film today, so I'm only able to film one part. However, I will be bringing you parts 2 and 3 throughout the rest of the week. So we're going to be starting with the first 4 songs on the album today, which are Hall of Fame, S-Class, Item, and Super Bowl. So let's dive in, shall we? But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel.
Later.
For today's beverage of the day today, we have a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, keeping it classy on this channel. And honestly, Sauvignon Blanc is not my favorite, but you know, this bottle was given to me, and what am I gonna do? Not drink free wine? Obviously not. What kind of horrible white millennial woman would I be if I did that? So we are going to get started here with Hall of Fame, which I feel like is appropriate for Stray Kids, don't you? And especially with an album called 5-star, it implies that the best of the best is here. So I'm so excited to see what comes of this album and how it starts out with Hall of Fame. So let's go. Ooh. Very like outer space vibes. Starting with a bang. Oof, that note. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh! Yes, my jaw has certainly dropped. Oh my gosh, iconic is right. My mind is so blown, and we're just getting started. See, it feels like classic Stray Kids, but at the same time feels elevated. Dirtles. Ooh. Do you know what this song is kind of reminding me in a way of is Tortoise and the Hare? Not necessarily because they sound like the same song, but just because we are starting off with such a powerhouse of a song here that has a bit of a different layout. It's not your traditional format for a song, and it's kind of playing with structure and experimenting. So I am so here for this. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, you are making numerous records, especially with the album sales. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry. I was talking over that high note. I need to listen again. Let's start over. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Nope. like the percussion in this part. Oh my gosh, this is how we're starting the album. We are just getting started. And this is what they bring. I am beyond shook. I am at my shookiest. Sorry. Wrong group, I know. But as I like to do on this channel, I'd like to go back and break some parts down of this song, especially the lyrics. And from the first line touching on the title of the album, saying, I write my name into the stars right now, of making it clear their aspirations and their impact that they're gonna have. And the sunlight revolves around me. Big statement from Seungmin. I like the confidence. And Galileo is going to rediscover the stars, and that Stray Kids are there. And I rise to the position I've longed for. Not even 10 mouths would be enough to explain. Of, you know, we can't even capture in this song how much we are going to achieve and have achieved. Again, I aspire to this level of confidence, and I will have whatever they're having. And also, I really want to go back to that Changbin rap because he is my bias, and that rap was freaking everything. So let's listen one more time. When I see the end of my pace, the runner leads, or the runners lead. And I feel like there's so many of their albums that touch on the concept of pace, and that they're just constantly at this elevated pace, which I 100% believe. Because like I said in the intro, the way that they release music is prolific. And 3RACHA are just so insanely talented. Like the way they can just write banger after banger after banger, like it's freaking nothing. I don't know how they do it, and I have just insane admiration for them. And I really feel like throughout this song, they just took the words out of my mouth, like this spectacle that makes your jaw drop legendary. Agreed. Shaking the industry, quaking reality, making it iconic. Seriously, could not agree more. And then call me Shakespeare, I'm filling out my papers. Yes, that is the pace at which 3RACHA is just writing banger after banger. Truly amazing. And I like all the references to inventors and scientists and, you know, really iconic people throughout history of putting themselves like on that tier. Again, the confidence, I have to admire it. And then one more line I want to point out, which is, I shake up the world beyond north, south, east, west, grand slam. Like, I think they would have been missing out in this song if they were touching on their successes without talking about the fact that their music transcends borders, and that it does not matter that I don't understand 90% of their lyrics because they are in Korean. It just speaks to the power of their music and how much it just brings people together. I appreciate that so much about Stray Kids, and what a way to start off this album. I'm obsessed. But okay, let's now get into the title track of this album, which is S-Class, and react to the music video. So with S-Class, I think of, you know, those tier ranking videos that you'll see on YouTube about different things, and S-Class just being like the top tier, the like god level, the god's menu level tier. Ooh, May 22nd, that was my birthday. I had pneumonia on my birthday this year, so hopefully they were having a better time than I was. So I know nothing about this music video or this song. I haven't watched any trailers. Anytime I saw like a half second of what seemed like a clip from the YouTube video, I would just yeet away. I am an unspoiled girly, so let's get into S-Class. Ooh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Ooh. What is happening? Seungmin's vocals on this album. Wow. This is so catchy. Kind of reminds me of Maniac in terms of the aesthetic. Oh, switching up the tempo there. Swarming with unique features is right. This is cool, this like old school throwback. Ooh, picking it back up. What the? This wouldn't be a complete music video without a Bang Chan crop top. Man, I love Ian's vocals so much. Oh, the orange velvet. Wow. What is happening? What? Ooh. Oh my gosh. I feel like my adrenaline is just pumping. It has been since the first second. Oh my goodness. Like, I feel like I just ran a marathon just watching that. And is it just me, or do they keep upping the ante with their music videos, or the stakes just feel like they're getting higher and higher? Because, you know, before we've had giant brains, we've had little plushy armies, and now we have a giant octopus. The absurdity, though. I love it. Like, full of odd things, never changes is accurate. Like, what is happening here? I just want this scene in particular, because, you know, we've just got a member of the King's Guard on a horse. We have a man with a wedding cake, and Hyunjin has kind of busted this mirror to reveal these people. Oh, and just a scuba diver too. Part of me wants to think that this is them bringing elements of their different fandoms around the world and showing themselves as international artists, but it could just be random stuff, just chaos for the sake of chaos. Because, you know, they're saying a bustling street, everything that gets in the way on the streets, clean it up, get back. And then with this kind of trash flying around, saying a can that's shiny on the outside, empty on the inside, kick it. So, you know, if you're beautiful on the outside, but you've got nothing going on the inside, like, that's not interesting. Like, get rid of it. It's trash. So it seems like they're kind of embracing oddity and strangeness and, you know, having that element to your personality, because if you're just a shiny, pretty thing on the outside with nothing on the inside, then what are you really? Kind of feels like what they're saying here, but correct me if I'm wrong. And there's really just trippy element after trippy element, like at this part where Hyunjin looks in the puddle and sees them dancing. And I feel like that break into the second verse where it switches up format and it goes into that kind of classic hip-hop type of vibe is a really interesting risk for a title track, because, you know, 9 times out of 10 a title track is pretty formulaic in terms of, you know, verse, chorus, verse, what have you, but this really changes it up. And I really like so far that the first 2 songs on the album are really playing with format and sounds and kind of subverting our expectations. Like they are they are indeed taking big hip hop steps, and they are swarming with unique features. And this is just my interpretation, but it's interesting that they're performing this part while underneath a car, or I think it might be a car or a truck or something like that. So it's almost like they were showing us what's under the hood, especially because they're saying in this part that nobodies who look around carelessly have a habit of jumping on anything that's shiny. So, it's not just the shiny, flashy exterior like you might see in a sports car or something. They're showing you below the surface. And I think my favorite part of this music video was Seungmin just in his own world dancing to his music, and then there's a whole ass giant like kraken attacking people. Literally me in my own world. Or I don't know if it's quite a kraken, because I've never seen a kraken with a giant eyeball before. I feel like this creature is if Mike Wazowski evolved into an evil sea creature. Mike Wazowski's villain era. But it kind of seems like they are the only ones who are seeing what's happening, because there's this part where Felix takes off his glasses, and then all of a sudden when he takes them off, they just look like normal. They have the power to see things as they really are. And it feels like they're passing that power on to us, where they're, special forces behind them. Also, I love that they only gave Minho flashy ass pants. I don't know why that just feels so accurate to me. I just feel like this music video is so creative, and they are always so creative. And they keep just having to top themselves in terms of making a music video even more extra than the previous one. So I enjoyed this quite a bit, and as a song it was kind of hard to absorb because there was just so much happening. I feel like I'd have to listen to it a couple more times to get a feel for it as a title track. So just based off of first impressions, I would say that I think I liked Hall of Fame as a song better than S-Class, but who knows? Again, I've listened to both of these songs once, so I feel like time will tell. So now let's get into our next song on the album, which is called Item. I really do not know what item could mean for a song. Maybe it could be something like item 1 addressing something, item 2 it's like having a list of things you want to address. I don't really know, but let's listen to Item and find out. Sounds kind of video gamey, like analog. Ooh, rapper Lino. Oh my gosh, Seungmin is just freaking killing this album. This really is giving like old school video game. Ooh. Their flows are always amazing. Again, they're just taking the words out of my mouth. My eyes have been getting wide, I feel like. The intensity too. I love that line. Oh, go off, Hyunjin. I love how hard they're flexing in this, though. And the song is so creative. Oh, that was so good. And I feel like the intensity has been at a 10 from the jump, and it just continues. And I feel like for me on this track, like Lino and Seungmin in particular really just like ate it up. Like I really need more Lino rapper in my life, and I want to listen to his rap again. Oh, so good. And Seungmin's vocals are just like absolute butter. It just like melts me. And I like all the little video game references spread throughout the song, and using the metaphor of like items in a video game to signal like I'm stacked, like I have all the equipment in my arsenal that I need to just like slay. Like item dependent, I'm self-dependent, filled to the brim with full option equipment. Full bag, fully charged, awesome, I see the benefits. And I don't hesitate on this adventure and just dash. And this line too, I have spirit and bravado instead of cash. Truth, sincerity, humility, the Trinity. Like it seems like they're making comments, like they've made multiple comments throughout this album so far of, you know, money and wealth is not what brings you success. Your character and who you are as a person is what really counts and matters. And defaulting to being your personal best is what's going to bring you that success, which I really appreciate, especially with lines like, even if I have nothing, I'm feeling blessed, and turn down everything, get rid of extras, make a name for yourself, do everything. Like it takes hard work too. And you know, I appreciate them coming for the haters, saying, even if you try to hurt me with curse words, sorry, but there's no damage. Of, you know, don't even bother. Don't waste your breath, because it's not gonna have an impact. I just feel like it sets such a good example for Stay of what to aspire to, and to, you know, have confidence in yourself and believe in yourself in a way that's about your talent and what you bring to the table, rather than, you know, what's on the outside, and that not mattering nearly as much as putting your best foot forward. They're just such good role models, you know? I feel like all three of these songs that I've heard so far were worthy of being title tracks, and I'm always so curious about how they decide what's going to be the title track, and I feel like it must have been hard for this album, at least so far from what I've heard. Okay, so last song that I'm going to be covering in this part is Super Bowl. Super Bowl. So is the intensity going to continue here, or are we going to maybe have a little bit of a calm down in terms of the energy? Let's listen to Super Bowl. Interesting. Cooking up a storm, piece of cake. Speeding up the fire, feel the blaze. Taking over, we don't play by the rules. If you wanna feel alive, say the name. All English. Oh. It's all English. Wow. What? Oh, so it's literally a bowl. A Super Bowl. Is this whole song gonna be in English? Oh. Boston. Oh. Wow. Michelin. 5-star Michelin. 5-star Michelin. Oh my goodness. How did I never make that connection? Wow. I must be the last person on earth to have put 2 and 2 together. Oh my gosh, all the whispers in this. I cannot believe this is all in English. It feels like an English remix of God's Menu. I can't stop smiling. Ooh, Han vocal king. Ooh. Never doubt. Ooh. I can't handle all these whispers. Oh my goodness. How is this album so freaking iconic so far? And I have to say, I was really not expecting an English song on here. I have not heard Stray Kids' entire discography, but I don't know if they have done an only English song that didn't start with, you know, a Korean counterpart first. And just casually slipping in this English song into the album as a B-side. I kind of love that for them. And this first line, cooking up a storm, piece of cake. Cake, cake, cake. I feel like appropriate coming from Bangchan. And also major kudos to the rappers in this song who are not English first speakers, because I feel like rapping is hard enough as it is, let alone in your second language or a language that you don't even speak, period. So hats off to the boys for sure. And you've got to appreciate the creativity of all the different ways that they are expressing their greatness on this album, where before everyone wants their item, their power-ups, and now it's everyone wants what they've got cooking. Their fresh taste, fresh scent, fresh shape, fresh everything. Come for a bite. Now you're so addicted. And then IN coming in with everything you're craving. Yeah, it's all me. Everything invented, that was all me. And then all of them coming in with hell of a line. Yeah, I know it's hella fine. Hell's Kitchen, tasting divine. Oh, like I can't stop smiling. It just brings me so much joy. And again, I'm obsessed with the Michelin throwback. And the fact that they've said the word bussin' multiple times in this song, like, iconic. But yeah, these first 4 songs on the album are really packing a punch. And I feel like it's really inspiring for me at least to, you know, reach for some of that energy that they've built up and that they have going for them with the confidence. So what I'm curious to see throughout the album is if this confidence wanes at any point, and if they maybe start to express doubt about themselves and, you know, by the end kind of pick it up and reaffirm that belief in themselves and that pride in their achievements. But I'm not going to find that out today because I have a wedding to go to now. So I will be filming my reaction to part 2 of this album later this week, so keep an eye out for that, and I will make sure to add a link to part 2 in a pinned comment once that is available. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction to part 1 of the Stray Kids S-Class album, and I will see you later this week for part 2. So hope you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I will see you next time.